So this is part 2 of the Let's Play Spin Max mini series. This time we're playing the $7 spin and go maxes. As you can see, one is loaded up, 5 players. We'll find out what we're playing for. If you haven't seen part 1, you should be able to find it in the link down below. What I'll be doing is moving from the $3 up to even the $100 limits. And we'll do that just going up each limit, each game. Each video. So what I'm doing is I'm going to play all 4 of these tables at once, and we're just going to play a set until we finish all of the games. So right now we've got both of these top ones are 1 person paid, so no ICM factors. More likely for me to do things like this, jamming, playing for all the trips. Not sure what that play is about, not sure what that limp was about as well. We've got another one here, and this is the last prize pool. So we do have only one of these games is 2 people paid, and we've already busted against the King 10. King 10, yeah, they hit the 10 and we lost. So there you go. As you can see, just like the $3 games, these are very, very soft. I would say the 15s are also soft. The 30s do get a little bit tougher, and 60s and 100s, there's a marked increase as well there. So we'll see how we do. These winner take all games, the 4-handed ones, once one person busts, it just plays like a spin and go. The difference is when you're 25 big blinds 4-handed, you need to know cutoff opens, and you need to have an idea of how to call a cutoff open or how to react to that from the button. And that often involves a lot of flat calling, especially in these very, very passive games. You want to be flat calling all of those kind of suited connector hands so you can play multi-way pots with some nice playability in position. So yeah, I'm gonna have to let this go. Often you'll see people doing really silly stuff with silly hands. Do we get it? Yeah, look. What are they doing, huh? 20 big blinds with the calling of a Jack 10 off. Like, what is this? It's just craziness. And you'll find that even on the 15s as well. So we had a 4x open, only 15 big blinds deep. Here we had shoving, and we had people calling. And why has he got 7-5 suited? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. This is the player that called Jack 10. What did they fold this time? Damn. Anyway, we're now basically playing a spin and go, and we got 20 hands upon which to do it before we're forced all in. So these games you can get very, very high chippy Vs, especially if you're only playing recreational players. And these are often very special player types, ones that do stuff that you won't see even in regular spins. So when it comes down to these games, I've played plenty of 7s upwards. So on the 7s, I'm actually down lifetime. When I first tried out spin and go maxes, it was on the bankroll challenge to turn $30 into 30k, and I ran pretty bad in them. I moved up to the 15s, I ran even worse in those, and then I moved up to the 30s, 1600s, and I ran better in them. So I moved up to where they respect my raises, essentially. No, but what really happened is that this is a very, very high variance game. If you are constantly getting bad multipliers, so if you're getting these dark blue games a lot and these light blue ones a lot, and you're not getting the purples and the red colored background tables, those are the ones where all the money is. If you're not getting those, you can lose a lot of money very, very fast, even as a good player. So you need to have a really decent bankroll to be able to withstand the swings in these games. Like I said, I am actually in the profit now, but all these factors can create insane invariance. Like I've played, I think, about 7,000 games now of these spin and go maxes, and I've won about $2,500, so nothing special. But I think if we were picking the right boxes, if we had won some of those bigger multipliers, we would have a very, very, very decent win rate. I think it'll be 4 or 5% ROI, so very respectable. Even for spin and goes, regular spin and goes, that would be quite nice. Anyway, we've only got 2 games left, 2 tables left. Ace 7 against ace queen doesn't look good. Nope. Okay, last game. This one has 2 people paid, so we are going to pay attention to that, especially when we get down to 3 or 4 of us left. While there's still 5 of us left, the ICM pressure isn't too insane. But it does mean that we're less inclined to be just putting all our chips in the middle, unless we can put pressure on the opponents. And because we are the shorter stack, we can't do that. So King 7-2, I'm still going to be betting. It's a very, very dry board. If they're going to min raise me, this is not great. This is not a great spot to be in. If they've got a king, then we lose. I think we lose all the chips. There's no way out. So I think it's better to protect our hand here, to get value from 7x as well. And then we're definitely checking the river. They can possibly have a few ace highs. What you will realize from these spin and go maxes is how passive the general player pool is. A lot of spots in spin and goes where you can think they're never going to have an ace because you limp and they don't re-raise you, and then they have it and you're like, what? So I mean, this is another example. This guy has trips and doesn't make us play for stacks. Like, what are they thinking? Ace 6, we're going to have to fold. We're really thinking about trying to survive to all-in phase now that we got that short stack. But yeah, we raised pre-flop. They called King 4 suited, fairly standard. And then on the flop, they check min raised us with the King 4, which is kind of odd. And then when they hit trips, we made a small bet and managed to not lose our stack. So if the roles were reversed there, I think they lose all their chips, and we didn't. So that's a clear sign of the skill edge that you can get in these games. And if you can get that kind of skill edge, I don't see any reason why you can't be winning in the long term. I think ace 2, we're just... Ooh, this is nasty. I'll just be putting it all in, I think. If there was 3 of us left, and then it gets a bit weird ICM wise, but yeah, I think we just put it in. 99%. I like those odds. 10 big blinds now and 9 hands to go. When we get to like final 4 hands, definitely going to think about doing things like trying to play for first place. As we said in the earlier video, getting that first place is really, really nice, or just getting one of the bigger stacks really is useful when more than one person is paid, when you're all forced all in, when you're forced to commit ICM suicide, as I call it. Can shove, or we could even min raise. It's a very interesting game in these ICM heavy spots, is that if you were to chuck these spots in the solver, the way that humans play and the way that you should be playing are very different to each other. Unfortunately, we got no wins this time around, but I think we played pretty good. Anyway, so we played 4, no wins this time. 3 wins last time, so I guess we can live with it. As I told you before, the $7 limits are the ones that I didn't do so well in. I think I'm down a good $300-400 on these. 15s are the ones that I lost the most money on. I think I'm down about 1,000, no, a little bit less than 1,000 on the 15s. And then the 30s, 60s, and 100s I did much better. But yeah, these are high variance games. You can't look at it from a perspective of the month. You have to look over the entire year-long period. Just like MTTs, really, you're gonna have to play very large amounts of volume. Like I said before, you're gonna have to play maybe 30,000 games before you can really start to figure out your win rate. And hopefully, by the time you've played that many games, you're gonna be a better player anyway. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more parts, please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Come check out our Discord channel, which has Spinning Go Max in there, and hand histories and just discussion on how to play these spots. And I'll see you in the next one. See you later. Peace.